I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't supposed to, and I did have a great teacher in my first year, English teacher, who let me run amok, and as far as literature goes, and as far as what I read, and also what I wrote. Hello? Hi, I'm in the middle of a taping. Bye. Sorry about that. That's my brother, and he divergence. I always get distracted, okay? I'm hyperactive and I'm attention deficit disorder, and I'm loaded with chemo, so I have chemo brain, which finally somebody figured out was a real thing, and that's why my memory is just shot. And anyhow, that's my brother, and he treats me better than any brother, would ever. And he's adopted, and I certainly didn't treat him well throughout the years. And it was after my mother died that he called me up and he said, look, we're the only ones that are left, so let's become brothers. And so we did. Huh?
Is he nearby?
No, he's in New Jersey, Hackettstown in New York. He has a big apartment in New York, and he has a great big house in Hackettstown that backs on a state forest. So nobody can ever build in back of him, and so he's got this huge property. It's great, and he's wealthy, and that's nice. And so he takes care of me. He paid for my meds when I couldn't, and just to get it straight, I have been poverty stricken for a great many years. So. In fact, at one time I thought I was going to be a bagman, get one of those carts, shopping carts, and fill it up, and that was it. I had no money, and I hadn't a job, and hadn't a clue where, what was going to happen next. And that kind of thing is going to happen because I'm going to diverge. Something grabs me, and I go off into outer space. So that's my brother, and he's a great brother. And he has come out to visit me, and he calls me regularly to find out how I'm doing. And he's given donations to a research center of my oncologist, urologist, and so he does what he can. He pays my meds. Okay, back to some sort of...
You're talking about a teacher.
The teacher who's... Okay, so I'm in petty prep. I'm in my first year, and I have an English teacher by the name of Steve Lawrence. And he gives out assignments, you're supposed to write a paper on this and that or the other thing. And so I always had a writer's block, but I always managed to write something. And usually it was what I wanted to write and not necessarily so close to what the assignment was. So when he gave the assignment of, I don't know what it was, write an essay or whatever. So I started writing a free form, and I didn't know this, because I didn't find out until he said to me, have you ever read Ulysses? And I said, no. And he says, well, what you're writing is the last 80 pages of Ulysses. It's all free flow thought. And that's what I was doing. And I had no idea that that's what I was doing. I just, I wrote whatever came in my mind. So he decided that I really should go to humanities college and pursue some form of humanities, and hopefully writing and teaching writing, because I, or teaching literature, English literature, whatever. And when I graduated, and he had told my parents this, and I wanted to go to Cornell Humanities, and I was accepted, my father got so incensed that he grabbed me, threw me into a plane, flew us down. No, I'm sorry, I get that mixed up. I guess we must have taken a train down to New Jersey, where Hightstown and Petty were. I'm out of there already. I've graduated. That's it. I graduated from Petty. You have to forgive me, because short-term memory is just shot. Too much chemo and radiation and other crap. So I had already been accepted at Cornell Humanities. He said, you're not going there. You're going to Wharton. So we went down to Wharton. It was way, way, way past, sending in a application. So he went in to see the dean, and then he called me in, and the dean said, "You're accepted in Wharton." And I know what my father did. He paid off to get me in. And I'm not going to go into him too much because that's a whole different story. Depending on how long we tape, I might get around to that. But in the meantime, I went to Penn. I went to Wharton, the business school. Oh, I did graduate from Petty with the cum laude. So I went to Wharton. That was, I guess, one of the reasons they accepted me. And a friend of mine from Petty, a Greek, Socrates Patras, who I still remember with great fondness, gave me a bottle. He had gone back to Greece, to the homeland. He had brought back a bottle for me, because I had been drunk all through prep school, of homemade ouzo. This stuff was 99. It was 120 proof. It was 150 proof. I don't know. It was all alcohol. It had to be at least 75, 80% alcohol, 160 proof. So he gave that to me, and that was what I started drinking when I was at Penn. And I started drinking the first day I was there. And my father came up, I guess, a week later to see how I was adjusting. And I said to him, "Oh, I'm adjusting fine." I said, "Would you like to have a drink?" He said, "A drink? What are you talking about?" So I said, "I have some ouzo a friend of mine gave me." So I poured him a little shot, and I gave him a glass of water. And I poured myself a big shot without any water. And I said, "You better be careful with this stuff. I'm not kidding you. You know, the water is there for a reason." So, "Oh yeah, you're a big macher, you know it all. I'm a grown adult and I've been drinking all this time and you're going to tell me, you little pipsqueak, So he thought, okay, I'll take a shot. So he took the shot, and as soon as it hit him, he went, "Oh my God," steam out of the ears. He grabbed the water and drank and drank and drank. And I take the big shot and I just go, "You drink that stuff?" I said, "Yeah, I drink that stuff. That's good stuff. It makes you drunk very fast." So that was kind of a give him a little kazatz. And then I got through Penn, 4 years, drunk most of the time, very, very poor marks, grades, obviously. I was in the lower third of the class. I didn't even make it into the lower half, really. I mean, it was lower half, but I went down further than that. And I took the law school aptitude test because the Korean War was on at the time, and I didn't want to go to war. So I took the law school aptitude test, and I had the second highest grades, marks, whatever, however they call it, for the law school aptitude test in the entire school. And